Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 11, Lesson 86, and today we're going to tame one of the smallest marks in all of writing, the apostrophe. It's tiny, but it causes more trouble than almost any other punctuation mark. People sprinkle apostrophes where they don't belong and leave them out where they do. By the end of today, you'll know exactly when to use one and when to keep your hands off. Let's dig in. Let's start with the big picture. An apostrophe really does only two jobs, just two. The first job is that it shows possession. It tells you that something belongs to someone. The second job is that it marks omitted letters. It stands in for letters we've dropped out, the way we do inside a contraction. That's it. Possession or omission. That is the whole job. Hold on to those two purposes, and every single rule today is going to fall right into place. Let's begin with possession, and the simplest case of all. A singular noun, one owner. To make a singular noun possessive, you add an apostrophe and an S. The dog's leash. The leash belongs to one dog. Now, here's the part people always second guess. What if the singular noun already ends in S, like a name such as James? You still add an apostrophe and an S. James's notebook. Don't let that final S scare you. Still add S even when the noun ends in S. So remember, one owner, just add apostrophe S. Now let's make plurals possessive, and here the apostrophe moves depending on how the plural is spelled. If the plural already ends in S, like girls, you add an apostrophe alone, right after that S. The girls' lockers. See how the apostrophe comes after the S? For a plural ending in S, the apostrophe stands alone. But some plurals don't end in S at all. Words like children, or women, or men. For those, you add an apostrophe and an S, just like a singular noun. The children's coats. So the spelling decides where it lands. If the plural ends in S, apostrophe alone. If it doesn't, add apostrophe S. There's a friendly group of words called indefinite pronouns, words like everyone, somebody, anyone, and nobody. These take the possessive apostrophe too, and they follow the singular rule exactly. An apostrophe and an S. Everyone's favorite song, somebody's umbrella. You treat them just like a singular noun. Add the apostrophe and the S, and you're done. So everyone's, anyone's, nobody's. All of them take apostrophe S. Now for the apostrophe's second job, omission. In a contraction, we squeeze two words together and drop a few letters, and the apostrophe fills the gap where those letters used to be. Take cannot. We shorten it to can't, and that little apostrophe marks the spot where the O dropped out. Or take it is. We shorten it to its, and the apostrophe stands for the missing I. That's the whole idea. The apostrophe stands for the missing letters. It marks exactly where letters dropped out, no more and no less. Here's one more use, and it surprises people. When you need to make a plural of a single letter, a figure, or a word referred to as a word, you add an apostrophe and an S. Mind your P's and Q's. Those apostrophes make the letters plural. Cross your sevens. Same thing with a figure. And you might complain that there are too many ands in one sentence, treating the word and as a thing you're counting. Notice this isn't about possession at all. Here, the apostrophe just prevents confusion. Without it, a lowercase a plus s would look like the word as. So for the plural of a letter, a number, or a word as word, reach for apostrophe s. Now for the one that catches almost everyone, its versus its. This is the great apostrophe trap, because it flips the usual logic on its head. Its, spelled with an apostrophe, is not a possessive. It is a contraction. Its means it is, or sometimes it has, and the apostrophe is simply doing its omission job. But its, spelled with no apostrophe, is the possessive. It means belonging to it, the same way his means belonging to him. Here's the strange part. Possessive pronouns never take an apostrophe. So how do you keep them straight? Test it. Does it is fit in the sentence? If yes, use its with the apostrophe. If not, use its with no apostrophe. That one test will save you every single time. Time to practice. In this first set, I'll give you a possessive to spell, and you decide exactly where the apostrophe belongs. Think about whether the noun is singular or plural, and whether it ends in an S. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. The bus blank wheels. Bus is a singular noun, one bus. So we add an apostrophe and an S, even though it already ends in S. That gives us buses. So the answer is buses. The players blank uniforms. Players is a plural that already ends in S, so the apostrophe goes alone, right after that S. That gives us players, with an apostrophe at the end. So the answer is players apostrophe. The blank team from the word women. Women is a plural, but it doesn't end in S. When a plural doesn't end in S, we add an apostrophe and an S, just like a singular. That gives us women's. So the answer is women's. Nice work. This second set brings in contractions, plurals of letters, and that famous its versus its trap. Same idea. Read carefully, decide where the apostrophe belongs, and pause before I reveal each answer. The cat licked blank paws. Here we mean the paws belonging to the cat. That's possession. And the possessive its has no apostrophe. Try the test. It is paws makes no sense. So the answer is its with no apostrophe. Blank been raining all morning. Try the test. It has been raining. Yes, that fits perfectly. Since we're contracting it has, we need the apostrophe. So the answer is its with an apostrophe. She earned 3 blank on her report card. We're making the letter A plural, and to keep it from looking like the word as, we add an apostrophe and an S. That gives us A's. So the answer is A's. Let's pull it all together. The apostrophe has just 2 jobs, possession and omission. For possession, add an apostrophe and an S to a singular noun, even one ending in S. For a plural, use an apostrophe alone when it ends in S, and an apostrophe plus S when it doesn't. Indefinite pronouns like everyone follow that singular rule. For omission, use an apostrophe in contractions to mark the letters that dropped out, and reach for apostrophe S when you make a letter, a figure, or a word plural. And never forget the trap. Its means it is, but its shows possession with no apostrophe at all. Test with it is whenever you're unsure. Wonderful work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.